welcome everyone to the final matchup of the Bombers Invitational, where we'll watch as the Ithaca College Bombers take on Susquehanna University. It's going to be fired here at Gymnasium. I'm your host, Jenna Johnson, alongside analyst Matt Simone. Matt, how are we feeling today?
Well, it's just been a great invitational so far. All of these games have been electric. The energy's clearly there, and we're just hoping for a last great game to end out this invitational.
I'm very excited to be here with you. I'm super excited to break down this game with everyone, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup. We'll see those starting lineups later when they announce them. But for right now, Ithaca's been playing pretty well all weekend long with everything considered. Despite the loss against Johns Hopkins last night, the close scores prove that they're a force to be reckoned with. And in a nail-biter match this afternoon against Gymnasium, it seems like last night's loss might have lit a fire under this Bombers team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Johns Hopkins was a tough opponent going into it. We all knew it was going to be their toughest game of this weekend. And they played a really close game, a really good game, a really high contested game. Last game, 2 sets up, they let it slip away from them a little bit, but came back in that important 5th set and got the win. Now they're just looking to continue that momentum from that 5th set, and hopefully for them, trying to win in 3 sets, get a nice easy win to end off the weekend, and try to stay on that top 25 leaderboard.
Absolutely. We know how strong Ithaca's attack is, ranking 14th in the country in kills per set, as well as 10th in the country for assists per set. How much of this do you think we can attribute to this team's fearless captains?
I mean, the captains on any team are important, especially a team like Ithaca, which really spreads its stats around. Nobody, other than Wesley Slavin with the assists, there's not really a member that has too high of any one category. So the captains are just there to motivate and make sure everybody's staying involved, staying engaged, like we've seen all weekend.
Well, we got the chance to talk to the captains earlier, and we got to learn a little bit more about them and the way they play. Let's take a look.
Is Jordan Hank, and I'm here after practice with the Ithaca College women's volleyball team captains. We have Faith Sabatier, Alex Montgomery, and Julia Costa. So are you guys excited to be captain this season, and what does being captain mean to you?
I'm very excited to be a captain this season, especially among 2 great seniors that I look up to. What being a captain means to me is exemplifying Ithaca Volleyball's values on and off the court and making sure I'm making the others around me on my team feel supported.
I am also super excited. Similarly, just means kind of working on program expectations and being the best we can possibly be as a whole team. So
I'm also very excited and kind of just being a leader and a role model for the underclassmen and the freshmen and getting them ready to be seniors and leaders one day.
Nice. And do you feel a responsibility to be a leader both on and off the court?
Yes, I do. I feel like, especially with our program, we're really set on our core values and who we are as not only people, but as a team on campus. So making sure we all know our expectations and kind of setting that example, like Julia said, for the younger girls on and off the court really makes a good impression on not only our team, but on our program in general.
yeah, absolutely. And just making sure that, the girls know they can come to us and come to each other on the court, off the court, and that we just have a huge amount of trust and respect for each other.
Yeah, and then definitely letting them know that we're kind of the bridge between us and them and the coaches. So kind of on and off the court being an example, like they both said, is really important.
Okay. Who do you look up to as captain of the team?
I think I have 2 answers for this one. I really look up to the seniors. They've taught me a lot about what it takes, just grit, tenacity, perseverance, how to be a good person, how to be a good leader. They've been there for me in more ways than once. And then just my class, they've really supported me since I'm the only junior captain. They've really supported me to kind of step up and take initiative when it comes to captain duties.
I mean, honestly, the whole team. There's so much I can learn from everyone in this program, and they are all such special people and so unique, so it's such a pleasure to get to know each and every one of them and look up to them.
Yeah, and I definitely see our coach as a great role model for all of us. So.
Okay, and how do you plan to lead your team to victory?
I think the goal for this weekend is just to come out with super, super fun and high energy. We're playing really good opponents this weekend that are all pretty evenly matched with us, if not a little bit better. So as long as we play our game and focus on our side of the court, which means bringing a lot of energy and just going balls to the wall, I think we're going to be really set, and that's how we're going to get to victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having fun and, using the experience we've had with beating both MIT and NYU this year and just keeping going with that.
Yeah, kind of just going off that, just showing all of Ithaca College, like the team we are, how good we are, how excited we are. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you, Faith, Alex, and Julia. I've been Jordan Hank with Captain's Corner. Stay tuned to see if the Bombers can win it all. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Expectations. I'm your host, Summer Shine. This is a segment where you follow me around the crowd as we ask people their expectations for today's matches, whether it be scoring, individual achievements by the players, or anything else. You won't want to miss this exciting segment. This is Great Expectations. Hello there, so what are your expectations for today's matches?
I think it's going to be a good match. Good two teams are fighting it out. We had a tough weekend, but we pulled it out against Johns Hopkins. It was a good game last night. Good game this afternoon against Gymnasium, and I hope the girls do well today.
Awesome, thank you so much. And do you have any favorites on the team?
Oh yeah, Julia Costa, the libero, number 18.
Yes, love that. And lastly, how long have you been watching volleyball?
Oh, I've been watching them since 4th grade. I even got my oldest daughter here also with me, and but I love the game, and it's a great school, and I love watching it.
Thank you so much. This is Great Expectations. Thank you for the segment. I'm your host, Summer Shine. Back to you guys.
Just about time to begin with this volleyball match of the last one of the Bombers Invitational at Ben Light Gymnasium. Once again, I'm your host, Jenna Johnson, and with me is Matt Giovanni. We're going to toss it upstairs to Devin Jarvis and Alec Brown. Guys.
Ben Light Gymnasium for the final matchup of the Bomber Invitational here on Saturday, September 16th. I'm very excited to get this going. My name is Devin Jarvis, joined alongside Alec Brown for today's broadcast. And Alec, it's been a good one so far. What have each of these teams done so far in this week's Invitational?
In these last two games. She has been incredible on the outside hitting for them. However, not much to see outside of that. Every set they've played, they have won all weekend. So unfortunate to see there. Looking at the Ithaca side, they did have a rough start yesterday against Johns Hopkins University. All the sets were close, but they just could not get it down or finish down the stretch of the games. And then looking at the game that just happened today that I was commenting over against SUNY Geneseo, they did a great job starting out that one. The only problem was their defense was just lacking at the end. They really couldn't push down and get those needed wins. However, when we saw Ella Graper come into that 5th and final set for the end-all be-all for the win, she really just made a huge difference. Geneseo didn't even have a chance.
It was really good to see them come back with that because, we saw them early being so strong, and then eventually it looked like they just fell apart. But to keep that momentum and battle through the adversity is what you want to see from a team like Ithaca. Now let's talk about these two teams' history. I think it goes all the way back to 1994, where they played on October 15th. It was a 2-0 win for Ithaca, 15-7, 15-4. They didn't even go to 3 sets in that one. What are some of the other ones we've seen more recently?
And looking at 2018, when they played together here in Ben Light Gymnasium, Ithaca did take the 3-1 victory over Susquehanna. Then, when Ithaca traveled all the way to Pennsylvania, they lost that one 1-3. So it should be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun here, and I'm very excited to get this going. The big thing for me is who's going to be the standout players on either side.
Well, I think you have to look at Ella Graper. I was talking about her before, the middle blocker. We did see Anaya Prince really fill her role in that game against Geneseo. She did great, however, when you have just that presence and physical dominance that Ella Graper does, she was all over the place against such a strong team like Johns Hopkins. Their offense, as we were talking about yesterday when you were a host, was incredible, and you did see it in that game as well. But I think Ella will do a great job taking down that Susquehanna offense.
Ella Graper averaging the most blocks on the team so far, both per set, and has the total most blocks. And right there behind her is Ania Prince. So they're both ones you're going to want to see on the front line. And I want to talk about briefly Naomi Klaus. She had a great third set, even though they ended up losing it. She was so dominant on the front end as an outside hitter, getting the blocks as well as the kills. I want to see her do more in this match as well. I think as a first year, she can step up into aggressive role and be really strong.
Well, the thing about Naomi is she had a very killer, quiet game. She always came in at little parts. She was a great substitute for the Bombers offense the entire time. You saw her in that first set get 2 kills here and there, but it was all in like little sets. She'd come in, do her thing, and take her out. It's more like a microwave role in setting of like basketball and whatnot. Also, you have to give credit to Wesley Slavin, what she's been able to do. 57 assists last game. That is almost unheard of. She was doing everything that game. Looked very 5-tool-esque. 13 digs as well, and a kill. She did a great job with a little trickery. She'd go for the fake set, hit it over, and get the point.
Talk about that first set, too. She had 4 consecutive service aces. You don't see that often, especially when they were down 8-3 at the start of that one. They were able to work their way back and win that, obviously, eventually win the entire match, and she was definitely a massive part to do with it.
And even looking at that even more, talking about serves, the serves for Geneseo were killing them that game. Tons of errors and mishaps. I was talking about before in Jenna in the pregame. All those errors were going to kill Geneseo. Once they picked it up in those 3rd and 4th sets is when they really got it going. But in the end of that 4th set, when they kept on getting those errors, it really left the door wide open for Ithaca.
Certainly. And talk about a team like Susquehanna. They haven't won a set in 12 straight. They're looking to come back here, break the curse. What do you want to see from them to break that curse and maybe give a competitive match here against Ithaca today?
Well, as talked about before, dominating offense. Ithaca is ranked top 10 in a few categories in the Division 3 for their attack. 20th in hitting percentage, 10th in kills per set, setting at 13.48. This is a team that loves to attack. The defense isn't really ranked for much, as we saw in that last game against Geneseo. What their problem is for Ithaca is they go a little too far up in their back line. If they stood a little back more, they'd have more success. However, they really haven't been able to do that so far. So if Susquehanna can take advantage of the misplacement of the defense for Ithaca, they can easily have a chance in this one.
And I'm very excited to get things going. Let's get a quick prediction. What do you think this match is going to end with? I'm guessing it's going to be 3-0, but how might we see the sets play out?
Devin, I'd be lying to you if I said anything other than 3-0. Ithaca has looked phenomenal against Geneseo. Even though they lost 3-0 to John Hopkins, they were keeping every set super close. And they looked just not, or if not better than John Hopkins a few times. They really got him on that setting part. If everything else came together, they would have had an even better chance. But once again, that defense has just been killer. Maybe if that defense can't get to how Ithaca is promised to do, then maybe Susquehanna can take a set or two.
It could be. Ithaca 5-1 in their last 6. They're looking to make that 6-1 in their last 7 as they are ready to go. I'm going to agree with you. Give me 3-0 Ithaca. Let's see some sets 25-20 area. We're very excited to get this going. Both teams huddled up, ready to go. As we have Faith Sabatier there talking to the team. Everybody's ready to go. A leader on this team, Faith Sabatier, as well as Julia Casa and Alexandra Montgomery, all 3 captains, as they have led this team to a 6-3 record so far on the season. No conference record yet, but that could advance soon.
And talking about Sabatier, she had an incredible game just a few hours ago against Geneseo. 14 kills total. And it looked like when she was off, the team wasn't really there. So I think what she just needs to do is make sure her morale is always up, because the team really does rely on their strong captains.
Julia Casa libero today. And we'll put Ellie Benedict there for the first serve of the match.
Ellie Benedict did lead the team last game in digs with 22, and she did look incredible out there.
And here we go. First serve shallow. A good dig by the Riverhawks there. Keeping it up is Ithaca. The set there. Slam by Sabatier. A good block from Livesey. And give it the first one to the Riverhawks.
This looked like the Ithaca front line looked a little out of place there. Not exactly where they need to be to even having a block attempt there. So hopefully we can see that cleaned up very shortly.
Now we got Emily Kowalski for the serve. Going middle. Set up by there, Gabriel Gonzalez Abreu with the dig there. The hit there. Success.
And looking back at Gonzalez Abreu, what a killer game she had last time. A few of her hits did go a little too far, making some errors, but my God, does she want it, Devin.
Back to the Riverhawks side. The dig there, just keeping it up. Nobody there to return it. A little bit of miscommunication, but there's nothing you can do. 2-1 right now in favor of the Riverhawks.
Like I was saying before, Devin, that defensive back line seems a bit out of place at times. They play a little too far for my own personal liking, but we'll see how that plays into effect here. It's still early.
New server in Stoltz. Hitting up is Sabatier, serving is Slavin. For the hit there is Koopman. Now going the other way, out of bounds. The hit attempt there from the Riverhawks, unsuccessful. Bree Livesey with the error.
So very early on in this one, seeing a lot of back and forth. I feel like in that first game against Geneseo, it was very momentum shifted-esque.
Miller with the serve. Now for the hit. Good dig by Miller. Keeping it up in the air is Benedict. One more from Koopman. Still in the air, Benedict once again. Slavin, a tap from Koopman, goes out of bounds, give her the kill.
Jamie Koopman, once again, doing what she does best. Did lead the team in blocks that last game against Geneseo, and also had 17 kills to her name. And you're seeing why there. She is a killer up there on the front.
Going back, serve ready to go. And another one there. The Riverhawks take it.
Slavin not really known for her blocks. Tried to get the block off there, wasn't too successful. However, her presence out there is way too valuable to not have her be anywhere else.
Delaney McCoy ready on the far side for the serve. This one goes right to Costa. The set from Slavin, ready to go Gabriel Gonzalez. Abreu with the big hit. They keep it in the air though. One more over. Set from Miller, set from Slavin, and a shot there by Koopman. Good one. Another kill for the Bombers.
And what Slavin does so well is she does an incredible job setting up the play behind her.
And you can see it right here, just as you said. A great kill from the Bombers. Finding that back left corner would have been a great one. And the service error from Gonzalez Abreu.
We saw a lot from her just last game. Just a little too much power on those serves, but at least you can tell she is passionate. You'd rather see too much than too little.
Now for the other side is Sack. Her serve shallow left, set up by Slavin. A tap there from Montgomery. Now the Riverhawks turn. This one kept up in the air still by Ithaca. Slavin serve, got it. Good shot there by Koopman. Another hit for her and another kill.
Koopman on fire right now. Really doing well in that middle area. She is tearing apart right now this Susquehanna defense.
Now for the Riverhawks. Shot there finds the back left. Stella Robinson with the good one. 5-5 apiece here early in the first set.
Still not much to say in this one. Just a lot of back and forth action. Both teams seem to be on their A game today.
I'm hitting it up, and the hit there by Ella Graper. You mentioned her earlier, and she steps into the game here and immediately makes a difference.
Looking at the replay here, great dig there in the back. Then it goes right to Graper down the middle for the easy kill.
Set here by McCoy. A little bit of miscommunication between her and Kowalski. So that'll be another Ithaca point. They took the 7-5 lead here early in the first set.
Ithaca starting to get on a roll here. This could open up the floodgates quickly.
Now Wesley Slavin, one of the best servers on the entire team. Good block there. Hit in the air by Casa. Montgomery with the hit out of bounds will be an error. Give it back to the Riverhawks.
Just unfortunate there. It was a great setup there by the Bombers. Just all those hits that they have that could just go out of bounds. That's really one of their biggest weaknesses so far.
Trying to stay in it. It's a close first set. In the air by Clem. Set from Slavin, and a hit there and a kill there from Ella Graper. Immediately 2 kills, maybe just 4 points into her match today. Just great so far. Steps in Naomi Klaus as well. Here's Ellie Benedict for the serve. She goes middle with it. Hit up by Sack. Ready for the hit. There was Kowalski, and she gets it. The block unsuccessful by the Bombers.
Yeah, Klaus just a little late to that one. Couldn't really get a good hand on it.
As you can see, Klaus just hit the left side of her hand and went out of bounds. Good dig there. Keeping it up is Graper. Another block from Graper. She's monumental in this game. Dig there from Benedict. Set Slavin. Big shot from Sabatier. Bombers up 9-7.
It seems like every time Graper is out there on the court for the Bombers, she makes some kind of impact. When she's out there, you know she's out there. She just opens up the game for everyone.
I mean, look at this front line right now that the Bombers have. It's very strong now. Ready to go. Big block by Klaus. Gets it to go. She was great earlier on that left side last game, and a good start right now. As you can see, she anticipates it from Kowalski, gets in front of it, and is not going to let that pass. We have a timeout now. And we're going to look at best on the block. Our field host, Sam Shearer, took a trip around campus to test Ithaca's knowledge on the sport of volleyball. Let's see how they did in best on the block.
Best on the block
with Sam Shearer.
Hey, I'm Sam Shearer. I'm here on the Ithaca College campus, and I'm here to ask them some volleyball-related trivia. Let's get started. Come on. Who won the 2020 Women's Olympics? For volleyball? Was it A, Siberia, B, USA, or C, Brazil?
Brazil. I'm going Brazil.
Brazil? USA.
That's correct. That's correct.
And now back to the game.
Yeah.
I didn't want.
And welcome back. Timeout almost over. Bombers up 10-7 here in the first set. And Susquehanna struggling a little bit early.
I mean, it's because of that Ithaca Bombers offense. You were just talking about a little bit ago about that big three that they have in the front line. And we saw it from Klaus and Kuverman on that last block that got us into this timeout. They have just been dominant up there. You even saw it from Ella Graper earlier on. She just taken out of this game, but her 2 kills came just very quickly when she just walked into this one. Brighton, when she's in that middle blocker position, she just reads the defense super well.
It's not going to be easy to play against that front line of Clem, Klaus, and Sabatier. A good block there from Clem. And the dig is unsuccessful by the Riverhawks. Give them another point.
Sabatier and Klaus doing what they do best. This Ithaca team's blocking has been incredible this game. Something that they've been lacking for a few times.
Serve there from Costa. Reaching for it is Rorals. Keeping it up in the air. Set from Slavin, and a big kill there from Sabatier. Back-to-back points for her.
Slavin, once again, the way she passes the ball is just incredible. Her chemistry with all of her teammates is there.
Here we go again for the serve. Royals going for the kill, out of bounds in the back. That's 4 straight for the Bombers.
Ithaca's just hitting it on all cylinders right now. Defense looks great, offense looks great, the passing looks great. Even their serving right now is looking incredible.
Costa again, this one finds the left side. Going for it, out of bounds again. Ithaca getting the good side of the errors fest right now. Kira Roach unsuccessful on that hit. Once again, Julia Costa. Left side serve set here for Rorals. A good tap there, kept in the air by Slavin. Now the hit there from Klaus. Another Rorals return, gets it to go this time, finding the gap in the defenders.
Now that the Riverhawks have the serve, they have to do a good job of controlling the pace. They've been playing way too fast, trying to keep up with Ithaca.
Back is Costa. Slavin set, and Clem gets the successful hit. Penalty called against the Riverhawks. Discussion between the refs at the moment. Looks like it'll be a substitution, so Ella Graper will sub out. And coming in is Peyton Miller. Miller goes back left with the serve. There for the hit. Keeping it up in the air as the Bombers, and miscommunication right by the net between Clem and Slavin. Not able to fix it there.
Kuhlman's trying to do a little bit of hero ball there. Obviously, there's communication between her and Slavin. 15-9 game right now, 6-point lead. They'll make up for it.
McCoy on the serve from the back right. She finds the center with her. Costa, now Slavin with the set. Klaus with the hit. Good dig by Stoltz. Now going the other way, a tap from the Riverhawks. Set, Slavin, Klaus, hit. Once again, a dig from Kowalski. This one hit by Rorals. Klaus trying again, taps it, still in the air. Good rally here. Back was Benedict to dig that one. Tapped by Clem, still in the air. Going the other way. Looks like a penalty was called. They'll give it to the Riverhawks. That was a great rally, though.
Seems like every time Ithaca get caught up in these long, drawn-out rallies, they just can't capitalize at the end. We saw that so much with John Hopkins the other day.
I was just about to say. Miller with the dig. Now setting is Slavin. Going for the tap was Clem. Getting a little too cute, as they say, as she tried to go for the little bump over the net. Couldn't get it to go.
Not character-like from Kuhlman to have this many errors in such a little time.
Now Klaus hits the net, but it still gets over. A set to Rorals. Goes straight in the face of Miller. And it will be a shank off her. Ithaca still up 15-2.
And Payne Miller's still trying to find her groove in that back line. She did struggle a teeny bit against Geneseo just a few hours ago, so hopefully she can find her rhythm here shortly.
Out of bounds serve. Service error against the Riverhawks. McCoy. She's only had service errors in her attempts so far. 0 service aces, only service errors in her career this year, but generally a solid player. Now Clem for the serve. Goes back left with it, and a little bit of miscommunication. Stoltz tried to hit it up, was backing away for it, as she did.
Yeah, just another unfortunate one there for the Riverhawks.
Now let's send it to another timeout, and one of the most well-known festivals in the Finger Lakes returns to Ithaca next weekend in the Fall Creek neighborhood. Ithacans open up their porches to allow local musicians to show off their talent to the community. Reporter Cam Manna gives us a preview of what's to come for this year.
In just a little over a week, these streets in Fall Creek will be filled with music as the Porch becomes the main stage. Originating in 2007, Porchfest is now a nationwide phenomenon where local musicians play on the front porches of their neighbors' homes. Local musician Sing Treese has put at the event in several cities in New York.
As a performer, it's really a blessing because there's so many people, like I said, that are performing today, and for them to stop and take a moment to really stop and watch your whole set, that is really cool.
In Fall Creek, I'm Cam Manna. Back to you.
And we are back as Ithaca's ready to continue this first set, up by 5 here. Just 8 points away from securing the first. Like we said earlier, Susquehanna hasn't won a single one in 12 straight. Could be 13 after this one.
Well, Devin, you're seeing it in the numbers right here. 6 errors already in just this first set. They really just have to do a better job cleaning up and slowing down the pace. From what I saw mostly, Bree Lisley is just going way too fast. She has to just slow down her attacks because she can be incredible on that outside. She just has to slow down.
Samantha Clem for the serve. Going back left. Could have went out of bounds, but saved by Stoltz. Now the dig there by Kowalski, out of bounds. Excuse me, the hit. Let's check that out again. Kowalski tried to get it on that one, and a good serve from Clem. We'll get back to the game here. Clem with the serve, and an ace there. Make that her 10th on this season. Royals not able to come up with the dig. As you can see right here, just hit off the side. And as I say that, she makes a service error. That'll be her 9th on this season. I guess you can't have it every time, can you?
No, you cannot, Devin. No, you cannot. Also, just looking at the side for Susquehanna, Rolls has to do a better job of communicating that because it just seemed like she wasn't in the right place at the right time or just maybe lost her footing.
Chemistry does seem to be a little bit off with this Susquehanna roster so far.
Which is funny because they're all grooving a Chris Bound earlier.
Montgomery with the unsuccessful hit there. You know, she has about an 11% hit percentage on the season. looking to move that up. She tries this time, misses the contact off her hand as two teammates fall on the back. Bringing it closer is Susquehanna, 19-15.
For a veteran senior like Montgomery, it just has to be a confidence thing right now. I'm sure she'll pick it back up soon.
Setting is Slavin, and a good shot there by Koopman for the kill. Unsuccessful block from the Riverhawks.
Up to 5 now on the day with that one.
Koopman again for the serve, hit up by Stoltz. Going for the kill was Klein. Slavin just hits it over. That's what you mentioned earlier, that fake set into a hit. She did it right there. Let's see that again. Break it down for us.
Well, Slavin does a great job of that trickery. You see, Susquehanna's about to hit it over, and then Slavin gets that set, usually hits it up in the air to one of her opponents, hits it right over to the right. Very Magic Johnson-esque with that trickery and fakery.
Koopman again for the serve. Stoltz with the dig. The set from McCoy going over, blocked from Graper. Back in the game early. Oh, and the tap there. Great touch by Kowalski to split it between the defenders. Once again, just find that little area where nobody can get to.
And sometimes in volleyball, there are just some plays where you quite frankly, don't just have one. You just have to live with those errors.
The service error by Klein will result in another Ithaca point. 22-16 is your first set score.
And those are the areas you don't want to live with.
Only three service errors so far in this match, 2 from Susquehanna and 1 from the likes of Ithaca. This one successful by Slavin. Hit up by Costa. Going forward is Sabatier. Just a little bit too much force in the back left. It'll go back to the Riverhawks. You can see here, she came into it with just a little bit too much force. A good pass there from Costa, but you know, trying to thread the needles, not always easy.
Those overhits have been a problem all weekend for the Bombers.
Kira Roach set from Slavin, going forward to Sabatier, a big force there. And it hits the ground. I mean, it hit off Sack's hands and went straight into the ceiling, came back down, and the Riverhawks didn't even know what to do. Now it's back to Benedict on the serve. 16-12 this season in her aces and errors from the service line.
She's been a great server, especially against Kane for the Bombers.
Dig there by Sack, going for it now. Big block from Graper, and you couldn't even say it anymore because we've mentioned her time twice before. She's 4 blocks in this game, maybe.
It's just her dominance out there. Look, she even brings all of her teammates over with her. There are 3 players that go for this block. They come up for it, boom. All 3 of them ready to go.
This Susquehanna hit is successful. Kowalski, who's been a force out there to be reckoned with, seems to be doing well. 24-18, just 1 point until this set closes out for the Bombers. Hit up by Benedict, served by Slavin, and this one closes it out. Sabatier to get it, the kill, and that's the set. Make that 13 straight losses for Susquehanna, and Ithaca is up 1-0 early in this one.
And Devin, it looks pretty close on the scoreboard, but in reality, we all knew where this one was going. Ithaca's offense is superior.
Absolutely. Let's send it back down to Jenna for some more analysis between the sets.
Welcome back, everyone. We just finished up the first set here at Ben Light Gymnasium with an astounding win from the Ithaca Bombers, 25-18 after last game, winning a bit on the tight end for that first, but this time having a comfortable lead. Matt, what do we think of the set so far?
Well, I mean, really, there's only one name you can talk about for Ithaca, Wesley Slavin, who has been great this whole tournament. Had what is a quiet game for her against Johns Hopkins on Friday. Only 22 assists in that whole game in 3 sets, which is low. She averages 10.48 per set, which, by the way, 6th in the country in Division III women's volleyball. However, last game up against Oswego, sorry. Remind me, Geneseo. I always mess up those pronunciations. However, against Geneseo, she had 57 assists in 5 sets. That is incredible. She has 12 in this set so far, and she's just looking to continue.
Absolutely. We've talked a lot about Ithaca's weapons that they've had on this team, but they wouldn't be able to do anything without Wesley Slavin. And let's see what our sideline reporter, Eleanor Patterson, has to say about the game. Eleanor?
Thanks, guys. After a rocky start where both teams were tied for a little bit, our Bombers pulled through and were able to score the set. We're going to move on to the next set just after a quick timeout, but the energy here on the court is palpable, and it's a great feeling to be a Bomber today as we keep on winning our games during this tournament. Back to you guys at the desk.
In the booth, ready to go to pick up this second set. Ithaca wins the first one. How are we feeling about their play so far?
Well, Ithaca is doing incredible. Only seeing a few bright spots so far for Susquehanna. 2 players on the team do have 3 kills in number 4, Emily Kowalski, and of course, number 22, Ryan Rolls. However, the Ithaca offense has just been there the entire time. You can't get rid of them. Ella Graper's there. Faith Sabatier's there. Jamie Koopman's there. Naomi Klaus is there. They are just so jam-packed on offense. They have so much talent there. And you can clearly see it against the Susquehanna team. They look almost lost out there. It's just so hard for some of those players on the defensive line for Susquehanna to even keep up with them.
You talk about difference makers. Let's talk about Ella Graper, who comes into the game as a substitution. She started 5 of 5 so far this year, doesn't start this one. But when she comes in, the difference she makes is unparalleled to almost any player on the hardwood.
It's an immediate impact. Her, and I also have to give credit to Wesley Slavin, already has 12 assists in this one. They both just work so well together too. Because one, you saw it earlier, Slavin went for the fake. But also, if she gets that pass off to Ella Graper, that's a guaranteed kill.
100%. Now, here is Roach for the serve from the Riverhawks. That one too far. Service error to start for the Bombers. You know, I actually have a connection to Susquehanna, actually. Obviously, I go to Ithaca College, but my dad's best man from his wedding went to Susquehanna. So, got a little bit of connection, a little conflicted, if you will.
So does it hurt a little bit watching this game?
You know, I'm rooting for the Bombers, but some part of me. There's Slavin with the pass. Keeping it up is Costa. Going over is Graper. Now back the other way. The hit there kept up by the Bombers. Good play by Koopman. Looks like it'll be in point favor of the Riverhawks, though. And there we go. Let's look at that again. Penalty called, but great job by Ithaca to just keep it up in the air.
Now they may have called a carry on that one.
Now Kowalski. Set by Slavin. Going forward is Koopman. The force on the kill is just too much.
And Koopman may have taken that last call personal. We saw Deion Sanders talking about it a few days ago in one of his pre-game speeches.
Hey.
I feel like that's what happened with Geneseo when they had that very controversial pancake call. They took that call personal.
And there it is again. Ithaca with the ace. You know, 2 sisters who went to Boulder. I'm going to be watching that game tonight at 10 p.m. Excited for that, too. But here we go. Big ace by Miller here. It's a shank from the side of the Riverhawks, and Ithaca will get the point. Now the hit here by Rorals. Keeps it up in the air. Good dig by Ithaca. Going the other way is Koopman. Getting the back right corner of the inbounds area. And give it back to Miller on the service line.
Now Koopman's doing really well now. He's just taking her time on that jump and figuring out where the defense isn't. I saw the left side of the defensive line come up, and she knew exactly where she wanted to go.
Rorals again. Dig by Costa. Now the hit here, tap by Naomi, and still in the air. Ithaca trying to fight for it, just falling to their feet. They really couldn't get anything to go there. Naomi Klaus tried for the tap, just couldn't find that sea of tranquility, if you will, between the defenders.
I don't think Klaus was ready for that one. She thought that Slavin was going to give it right to Koopman because Koopman so far has just, as I say, had that dog in her.
Now Koopman, as you say, gets the backside of the court for another one. 5-2 is your score in this second set. Let's check that out again. Just perfect precision from Koopman. Couldn't ask for much more. A great set from Slavin, and it couldn't get much better than that over the heads of the Riverhawks defenders.
Well, Devin, you can clearly tell that Slavin wants to get everyone involved, but you have to feed the hot hand.
This one just a bit outside on the serve, so it will go back to the service line of the Riverhawks to pick this one back up. Delaney McCoy ready to go. Last time we saw her, she did have a service error. This one, miscommunication between Montgomery and Costa, the two captains, ended up hitting Costa in the chest. So there's an ace for her.
Well, the Scott Sterling move there, unsuccessful. Usually when it hits our face, hope it goes in the air, so we get a little bit of it.
We saw the Scott Sterling earlier in last match. You know, I didn't put those dots together as Ithaca wins another one, but that's a great point.
Devin, I gotta be honest, that's immediately what came to my mind. I also had a little bit of a flinch too, because I'm thinking, I used to be down there too sometimes on the volleyball court, mostly during gym, but still, I understand the pain.
Koopman tries to go for the shallow serve, this one unsuccessful. As we will pick it back up here with the Riverhawks. Serving is Jessica Sack. Jessica Sack is 3 and 9 on her aces and errors. Now trying to go for the kill was Graper, but great defense from Kowalski, who seems to be all over the place for the Riverhawks so far. Let's check this out again. Break it down for me, Alec.
Well, she's been there for them all game and is leading the hits for a reason. You saw right there, Red Ella Graper, which is something we haven't seen, well, quite frankly, in a while. And if John Hopkins can do it, it's amazing to see that Kowalski could.
7-6 in the second set. As Slavin's ready for the serve, we saw her success earlier today. Let's see if she can do it again. This one goes for back middle, hit up by Stoltz. Set and going by Kowalski. There she is again with the kill. Hits off the hands of Sabatier to go out of bounds.
Once again, just a little late to that one again. I think they're just underestimating what Susquehanna can do. They do have to remember that they are in this division for a reason.
Once again, Sabatier with the kill. Getting it to go. Sammy Klein not able to dig that one out. 8-7, Bombers up.
That'll be Sabatier's 5th kill on the day. She has been all over the place for Ithaca. Great outside hitter overall.
Now back to Benedict, maybe the best server on this Bombers roster. Near side, goes for the right side. Hit up and ready to go. McCoy set, Kowalski kill, unsuccessful. Good block there by the Bombers. It hit the net anyways. And let's check that out again. Kowalski, who's been so productive all night, just wasn't able to find success on this one.
It's truly that intimidation of Graper in the middle.
Very well could be. Kowalski again going for the tap. Good shot there. Ithaca trying to keep it up. The Scott Sterling unsuccessful this time by Naomi Klaus.
Well, see, when you're going to do the Scott Sterling, you got to make sure your face is tilted upwards. The ball pushes up. Face tilting more down. That's where the ball's trajectory will unfortunately go.
Alec, I wish we could have you on sideline and in the booth at all times just to kind of give us a demonstration. It seems like you've mastered the art of the Scott Sterling.
Well, you know, when I was playing basketball, sometimes the hands weren't always there. I remember one time I'd show up to a club tournament. I'd just fallen off my bike, and my hands were ripped. And I got a few Scott Sterlings in that one.
Okay, well, there you go. Service error by the Riverhawks. Bombers up 10-8. Set here, going for it is Duggery. This one a successful kill. 10-9 is your score as they look to tie it up on this one, midway through the second set. Going back, Graper with the pass. Now Slavin, kill from Koopman. She just is everywhere on that front line today. The kills that she's been able to grab are very high success rate.
And just the way that Slavin is able to get that ball exactly where all of her teammates want it, it's very like LeBron James-esque, Tom Brady-esque.
Couldn't ask for much more there. Now Royals going for the kill, hit up by Costa, Slavin with the serve. Naomi Klaus with the hit there, blocked by the Riverhawks. Now Royals again. Her shot back left. Wow, what a shot there. Let's see that again. Absolute precision, threading the needle to the back corner.
Well, Rolls has just been a silent killer all game. You're seeing it here, winding up on that far left side, gets it all the way around. 3 Ithaca blockers. Very impressive there.
Now the set from Slavin. Klaus with the dig. Excuse me, the hit. She gets that one. That might be her second of the night, but maybe finding a rhythm a little bit.
And Kowalski, once again, trying to do everything for this Riverhawks team, but even just there was not enough because just of the sheer power that this Bombers offense possesses.
Here's Clem for the serve from the near side. Going right, hit up by Kowalski. Set by Roach. Rorals trying to get the hit, blocked by Ithaca, keeping it up in the air. Set from Slavin, and still there. Now going the other way, Roach tries for the dig. Excuse me, that was Duggery who gets the kill. A great cross-court shot from her to find the opening in the defense. Let's see that again. Break it down for me, Alec.
Well, see, Ithaca does have trouble with that trick. We saw a lot against John Hopkins whenever the set, someone else would jump up first. Ithaca would bite immediately on that first one, so they have to do just the same thing against Susquehanna. Just remain level and patient.
And it was Miller there who tried for the dig, but resulted unsuccessful. Barely going over the net. Oh, just a little bit too far of a pass from Peyton Miller. And Susquehanna is able to tie it up for the first time here in the second set.
So you know sometimes from Slavin is on those attempted digs is sometimes she lets her muscle memory take over a little too much.
Goodman tries for the kill. Boy for the set. Rorals with the hit. Good dig there by Costa. Now Montgomery trying to go for the block. Excuse me, the hit, and she gets it there. Looks like maybe a double hit from the Riverhawks side of things. So Ithaca takes the lead once again.
That was the error that was giving Geneseo so many problems against the Bombers. Now they're able to do it against the Riverhawks.
Koopman going right side with her serve. Set here by McCoy. Going forward. Rorals the block.
And Graper was ready for it that time. See it here again. They have the one-person fake on the left side. Didn't fall for it. Graper was all there. Actually, I'm sorry. That was Montgomery who did a great job of that.
With the great block. Exactly right. Miscommunication by the Bombers. Can they keep this up in the air? Slavin there to protect. Set by McCoy. Going for it. Out of bounds. Excuse me. Inbounds, they call it. Great shot there by Stella Robinson. Give her the kill. Make that her 9th on the year. So Ithaca up 14 here in the second set. Set here by Slavin. Going back right is Montgomery. Keeping it up in the air. Trying to do so. Barely getting it. And an opportunity here for the Bombers. Touching it over is Graper. Doesn't find the split in the defense, so Riverhawks have a chance. Dig by Clem. A tap there. One of those fakes, as you mentioned, but a whistle blown. Let's see what they call. The scores remain the same. It looks like he called a jump ball signal that I'm familiar in basketball with, but it's a replay point, it seems. Service error there from Jessica Sack. That might be her second of the night, but we will see as Ithaca takes the 15-13 lead, ready to go just 10 points away from closing out this second set for the Bombers.
See, the Bombers go on very hot and cold streaks. And when you give them errors that are just gimmies like that, it just gets them going, just like Ella Brooke right there. Sorry, Ella Graper.
Can't do much there. Ella Graper spiking that one straight into the ground. As you can see, she just gets the easy opportunity from the mishap of the Riverhawks offense. Goes out of bounds. So Slavin with the serve there. Just a bit of an error, so it will go back into the possession of the Riverhawks. Here's the return. Plays it close out of bounds. Clem taking a bit of a gamble there, and it pays off.
I mean, I was commentating baseball all summer. We call that a great take. Sometimes you just got to let your mind, your body, your soul just take over there and make the right play.
So let that ball pass by, see if it's a ball or a strike, and she did on that one. Luckily, a ball. Now McCoy to Kowalski for the kill. You know, whenever the ball gets into the hands of Kowalski, it just seems like it's an automatic point.
The reason she's been leading the team in hits these past 2 games, this whole Bomber Invitational, you see it right there. Gets right past the 2 elite defenders for the Bombers. She has been on fire this whole weekend.
Kowalski with over 90 kills on the entire season. That's over 2.77 per set. So the service error there from Roach will go back to the Bombers. Set here trying to kill from Gore. Once again, tap there by Kowalski, kept up in the air by the Bombers. Going the other way is Benedict. Set again by Roach. Kowalski, unsuccessful kill. And an error to give the Bombers 19.
So Devin, what the Bombers did really well is they jumped early, and that's what really threw Kowalski off her game. See, read the defense there, saw them both come up. That just shows that true intimidation factor of the Bombers.
Listen, timeout called, so we're going to send it to a package real quick. But just a great game so far. So, I mean, as we saw earlier, when you have two people jump up like that, I believe it was Draper and Koopman, I mean, standing at 6 feet tall and 6'1", it's hard to defend. So now let's send it quickly down to the sideline for some more reporting there.
While we're taking a quick time out, things look a little bit closer this set than they did in the last set. In the last couple of points, the Bombers have really pulled out in front of the opposing team, but like I said before, the beginning of this set was heavily tied and way closer than the one before. So hopefully our girls of the Ithaca Bombers can turn things around and make a real difference this set and get this game won in 2 sets. Thanks so much. Back to Dylan and Alec at the desk.
And welcome back here as it's getting close to the end of the second set here in Ben Light Gymnasium. Ithaca been on a roll recently, up 19-15 when it was previously tied, I believe, 14-14. So that front line has just been dominant today for the Bombers. Draper, Klaus, and Koopman all up there. Here's a libero of Costa for the serve. Dig by Kowalski. She's going to try and hit it over again. Good communication there by the Bombers. And the kill from Klaus. That's her 3rd of the night. And she just steps up into the open opportunity there.
I feel like Slavin just always makes the right play, recognizes the winger on the far side, just ready to make that play, and it was an incredible job by Klaus finishing the job.
Costa with the service error, but let's go back to Slavin, because the way you describe her as a Magic Johnson, a John Stockton with tradition match probably works too, and that LeBron James just works perfectly, finding the perfect opportunity every single time.
I just feel like when I watch Slavin and what she's able to do with her setting, she always makes the right play.
And here she is again, Koopman with the kill. Ithaca at 21 now, up by 5 here in the second set.
When you have Slavin setting up like that, it's almost a disgrace not to have an incredible spike, just like Koopman just had. And she followed through.
Now Miller, the defense, Stoltz trying to, she goes again, miscommunication between her and Kowalski, just barely gets out of bounds. Kowalski and Stoltz were both trying to go for it. Kowalski got the hit, or excuse me, Stoltz got the hit, but not much. Another timeout in this match. 22-16 is your score as the Bombers are up right now in a comfortable position toward the second half. We're going to look at another best on the block here for Sam Schur. He took another trip around campus, surveying the Ithaca College student about their volleyball knowledge.
With Sam Schur.
Yeah, volleyball. You don't have to know anything. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it.
That is, you are so fun.
That's good. I just wanted to stop walking.
Your name?
David.
David. Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you.
David, when the volleyball lands on the line, is it A, out, B, in, or C, a replay?
It's in. Replay.
Sometimes it depends on the line judge you have, but it is in. I want to say in.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
And now back to the game.
And resuming back here after the timeout, the Bombers are back and ready to go to finish off this set. 22-16 is your score. And just a couple more points and they've got it.
So just going back to that last play what took us into the timeout, Kowalski trying to play a little bit of hero ball. I understand where she's coming from. Sometimes when you have those teams where nothing's going and you really want to be that person that gets your team back into this, she just couldn't get it done there. She just has to do a better job communicating with Stoltz.
Dig there by Stoltz. Kowalski, good shot to get it over. Now the set from Slavin. Kill from Koopman unsuccessful. Back over, Slavin tries for it, unable to get it. Point back to the Riverhawks. The lead is cut to 5 points.
Slavin once again going for that no look, a little bit of Magic Johnson action. However, they can't all pay off. Magic Johnson did lose the finals to the Celtics a few times here and there.
Now Miller with a dig, set from Slavin. Here's Naomi Klaus with the kill, still in the air. Going again, Kowalski with the power. Great job from the Ithaca defense to keep it up in the air. And look at that, a tip from Koopman just to find a little slip in the defense, and that's all she needed to put it in the favor of the Bombers. 23 points now, 2 away from the set win.
Looks like they almost had a chance there. I feel like that's one of the first times I've seen a long rally go in the way of the Ithaca Bombers.
Here's Clem from the back left corner. Her serve goes cross court. Kowalski with the dig. Roach going for it. Now keeping it up in the air. Serve Slavin. Dig. Kill Koopman. And like we say, every single time it gets into the hands of Koopman, it is a point. Every time.
That's why she's leading this team in kills, Devin. Now up to 12. She has been on fire this game.
There's Kowalski with the dig. Roach with the whirls with the kill. Unsuccessful. Going the other way. A tap from Garcia. Still keeping it up in the air. Now Duggery going the other side. Set from Slavin. Going for it is Garcia. Cross court still in the air. Dig from Koopman. Once again. Oh, and a good kill there by Duggery to find the right side of the block from Garcia. So now a 24-18 score, and as you can see, it kind of just slipped by them there, hitting off the left side of Garcia and unable to do anything. So 24-18, only 1 point until the Bombers close this one out in the second set.
Well, Devin, I really hope you didn't just jinx them there, because we were up on 24 one time against Geneseo, and it did not work out at the end.
Knock on wood, as they say, as Slavin gets dunked on, if you will. Sack there. Here's Klein there getting the better of her, 24-19. I swear I didn't jinx it, okay? I swear. It's going to be okay.
There you go, Devin.
We're good now. Dig from Miller, set from Slavin. Garcia with the kill attempt. This one going back, hitting off the lights, and Kowalski's not able to come down with it. Bombers get the set. 2-0 is your score here. May only be one more to go, but we saw it last time. It started off hot, and it took a little while before they were able to close out the game. But any finalizing thoughts before we send it back down to Jenna at the desk?
Well, just on that last play, they don't call it Ben led for a reason. Hit off the light there, really messed up Kowalski.
And Jenna, why don't you take it over for us, down by courtside.
Wow, what an exciting game with Ithaca pulling up the close win. The tensions are high right now in Ben Light Gymnasium, but not for these fans. Let's hear what they have to say.
Ready? All right, thanks so much, guys. Welcome to Fan Showdown. My name is John Baker, and we're going to be talking here with two of Ithaca College women's volleyball's biggest fans. I'm here with Jolynn and Melinda. So tell me a little bit about yourselves.
I have a senior, Alexandra Montgomery, number 17.
I have a sophomore, Bridget, and she's number 8.
Awesome. So I have a few questions for you guys, so we're going to jump right in. How long have you guys been fans of Ithaca women's volleyball?
This is my 5th season of following Ithaca women's volleyball.
I'm a newbie, so it's my 3rd year.
Awesome. So what would you guys say are your favorite fan rituals being fans of Ithaca women's volleyball?
You know, every fan who's watching from home and cheering these girls on loudly in their living rooms, that's my favorite ritual.
Yep, if we're not yelling at the TV, we love to see the fans packed in the stands at Cortica Jug and cheering on the team with DJ Washburn.
Awesome. What would you guys say is your favorite chant as fans to cheer on the team?
Go Bombs.
Let's go Bombers!
Awesome. So what is your guys' favorite thing about the team?
These women, they are amazing. They support each other on and off the court, and that's going to last their lifetimes.
Yeah, grit and perseverance, but the friendships are off the court as well as on, what's made the difference.
Awesome. So what would your words of encouragement be for the volleyball team going on for the rest of the season?
Have fun.
Play hard and have fun. But that's it, right, Mom?
Yeah.
All right. So what we want you guys to do is go over to our Instagram at TVDM, Ithaca TVDM, and vote for what fan you think is the biggest fan of Ithaca volleyball. My name is John Baker. Thank you guys so much. Back to you guys up at the booth.
Welcome back to the booth here in Ben Light Gymnasium. I'm Devin Jarvis, joined alongside Alec Brown for the 3rd set of the match between the Ithaca College Bombers and the Susquehanna University Riverhawks. Excited to get this going. Break down the first 2 sets for me, Alec.
Well, I feel like the only word to describe it, and one, is clearly dominance. This Ithaca offense is ranked so highly for a reason. It's the reason they're in the top 25 in the first place. They know how to get it done. Everyone, Koopman, Klaus, Graper, all these incredible players. Gonzalez Abreu, we even haven't seen her that much this game, but she is also a huge part of this Bombers offense.
And once again, racking up the assists is Wesley Slavin. She's, I believe, 6th right now in all of the nation for assists per set, and that could be raising after tomorrow.
It has to. She got 57 assists in that last match against Geneseo. When do you ever see incredible performances like that, Devin?
Absolutely ridiculous. So now we go again here. Benedict serving it off. Kowalski with the dig. Here we go. Getting in the way of Duggery as she tried to get the hit there. Hits the net. And it's just that intimidation factor when they jump up on the net and kind of discourage them.
They're just so in sync. Look at them. All jumping at the same time, too. They know what they're doing, and they're all on the same page.
Tap there. Benedict keeping it up with the dig. Slavin with the toss there, going just a little bit too far as Sabatier tries for the kill. 1-1.
I don't think Sabatier was ready for that one. I thought she thought it was going to at least go to the opposite hitter in Corinna Garcia. We have not seen this tournament so far.
Dig there. Now Garcia going the other way. Miscommunication, but Benedict gets it over. Here's Rorals, a block from Sabatier, and Graper, just 6 foot tall, 6'1", really can't get past the two of them. Break it down for me again. I mean, look at that.
Well, it's just that sheer height advantage. They just get there immediately, and they barely have to jump. You saw Graper maybe go 2 inches off the ground.
Here we go again, hitting off the net. A good shot there from Rorals. She has the most kills on the night, make that her 7th so far.
Rolls and Kowalski have really been the 2 star spots so far today for Susquehanna.
Seems like Rolls comes in a little bit of a streaky pattern, though. Now for the set. Going for it was Koopman, just a little bit too far outside. That one falls with an error and back to the possession of the Riverhawks.
But when you have a stellar set 2, like Koopman did, you're allowed to have a few errors like that here and there.
My bad. It looked like it bounced off the hand of one of the Riverhawks, so Ithaca gets the point. Miller with the serve. A block there from Koopman, keeping it on the side of the Riverhawks. Now Rorals doesn't get it over. Once again, good defense by Slavin there, as well as Koopman, just to keep it on the Riverhawks side.
It seems like from Susquehanna they're doing everything in their power to get the ball away from Koopman, but they just couldn't.
Now Riverhawks once again going for it. And a kill there from Rorals. I mean, like I said, she comes in streaks and she does it there. Two kills and 4 points. Let's look at that again. A bit of a missed shot there from, I believe it was Costa. Let's see. But nothing you can do against that.
Benedict did try to best on that one.
Delaney McCoy here with the serve. Set from Slavin. Koopman going for it off the face of Stoltz. Back on the side of the Riverhawks. Once again, Rorals finding the back left corner. I mean, the precision there was just unmatched. Look at this. It wasn't even a tap. She just kind of knocked it back there. A good set. Finding the back left corner over the head of the Bombers defender. Now Garcia going for a good kill dig there by Rorals. Now Kowalski keeping it in possession. Ready for it is Garcia. The soft spike there. Once again, Rorals. Good block there and dig from Miller. Garcia again gets blocked by McCoy. Excuse me, that was Sammy Klein with the block. A good one there. Susquehanna showing something in this third set.
Yeah, Garcia just couldn't get it by those 2 blockers there for Susquehanna.
Now Koopman going for it. The kill there, just easy, as Kowalski couldn't get a solid hit on it. Neither could the libero of Stoltz. So 5-5 now, tied up, as Naomi Klaus gets checked in, as well as Samantha Clem.
Clem looking for her 3rd ace on this one.
She goes left side with it. It's off the hands of Rorals. A swing there from the Riverhawks. A fake there from Slavin. You see she does that a couple times. Found the gap there, unsuccessful. Slavin with the set there. Koopman unsuccessful hit. There we go again. A tap there from Naomi Klaus to find the gap. 6-5, the Bombers take the lead.
Well, Slavin is trying every possibility there. Tried it herself, would not go. Tried for Koopman, would not go. And then, of course, finally finished that with Klaus, and it was good to go.
Here's Koopman with the serve. Dig by Rorals and getting in the way there again. Robinson trying to go for the hit. But those Bombers defenders are just too tall, and it seems intimidating or menacing to that Riverhawks offense.
Seems like it's just a mental game for the Riverhawks.
Here we go again. Koopman finding the back left corner, keeping it up in the air is McCoy. Now Robinson going for the kill. And Costa, who tried to get the dig, just doesn't hit it far enough as her teammates weren't close enough to help out there. As you can see, Robinson going to be credited for the kill there. Nobody close enough. Hit up in the air by Miller, keeping it going. They're going to need to get it to the other side. That they do. Clem with the hit. Now set for McCoy. Going for it is Kowalski. And there she is again. We haven't seen her since early in that second set, but when she reappears, she does in style.
Well, she did a very good job of taking advantage of a scrambling Ithaca team, and she knew where the defense was not going to be on that one.
Slavin going to get it there to Costa, who gets it over the net. Now going back over Miller set to Naomi. Klaus, who once again just gets it to go.
Second kill already for her in this third set. Once again, like I was saying, it's just a silent killer. She always comes in at random times for this Bombers team and gets the job done.
And as if we haven't said it enough already, Wesley Slavin with another assist.
What can't she do, Devin?
Kowalski with the tap, a good shot there, still up in the air, diving for it. The Bombers unable to make a play. Just not enough force there when they were trying to get over the net. 8-8 here in the third set. On right side was Klein off the serve. Now Naomi Klaus blocked on her shot. Excuse me, no, that wasn't. She gets another kill, make that her third in this set alone.
And like I was talking about before with Koopman in that second set, just feed the hot hand. Third kill already for Klaus. She's getting it done in this set.
Already three there, and the service ace there from Koopman. There's her third tonight, as you mentioned. Let's break that down again.
Just one of those jammy plays. You see a lot in baseball. I've already brought it up once today, but it just seems like Emma Willett was not even ready for that one.
Unfortunately, this one not an ace, as Wesley Slavin, is unable to get it over.
You can see what Willett was looking at that last play. She clearly thought the first one wouldn't even have a chance to get over the net, and it's made one of those fluky plays.
It's almost like one of those in ping pong where you return the serve and it just barely hits the net and they can't do anything to stop it.
You know, Devin, I wish I could agree with that one by him. Maybe the worst ping pong player ever.
Here's Kowalski with the hit. Keeps it up in the air. Costa, good job there. Set from Slavin. Back left is Sabatier. Keeps it up. Kowalski again. Hit. Good dig there by Costa. Fake set from Slavin. There again is Kowalski. She taps at Sabatier with a dig. Set from Slavin. Hit there from Klaus and still in the air. And there it is from Kowalski. She was just able to find the gap in the defense like she does a lot. Let's look at that again.
See, what Graper could have done better there was when she saw the ball not going to come to her side, I think if she may have attempted for a block there just to fake it out, could have easily got Bombers the point there.
Dunking over the net was the Bombers here trying to get it over. Naomi Klaus with a great return and dig from Roach. Now Sabatier straight into the hands of Roach. The power too much for the Riverhawks.
Too much for Roach there. Did a great job trying to get that first dig off. Maybe we'll see it here, but just on that second one, could not get it done there. Just unfortunate.
Back again, Benedict ready to serve. Back on that service line. She has been successful there in the past. First goes to Kowalski. Back to the hands of Benedict. Set from Slavin. Sabatier tries for the kill. No good. Now Garcia blocked again. 2 blocks in a row from Kowalski, and that Riverhawk defense, great job there. Still tied here at 11.
You know, Garcia has the right idea there of trying to go more to the right side of the blocking. but if she starts her jump just a little bit quicker, that's going to be a kill every time.
Slavin with the set, could be dangerous. Sabatier gets it over. It's almost like Dimer in 2K when you have that pass, is it more likely to make a shot? Wesley Slavin just there every time for the assist.
Well, I truly believe in stuff like that only because Slavin just gives her teammates that confidence. When you know she's passing the ball, it's almost a guaranteed kill.
Here we go again. Worrells tries for the hit. She's going to get it again here over the blockers. Slavin. Now Sabatier off the side of Worrells' block. 13-11 is your score.
And we see it again. It's just like Kobe to Shaq, but instead it's Slavin to Sabatier. Guaranteed kill.
Roach there for the attempt of an assist, but Willow hits it out of bounds. So an error on her. We haven't seen much of her in this match. She stepped, I believe, for her first time here in this set. Now Costa with the ace. Just finds that gap, as I've been saying a lot tonight, but both teams have been doing that. She just gets it a little shallow, and the risky thing with those shallow serves is you don't know if they're going to be in or over the net, but sometimes they can be dangerous.
And what I love what Costa did there, also she played it off so casually. I think she did see that the back line of the defense was a little too far back and just got the job done. And played it off like nothing had happened.
And another point there for the Bombers, so they're up 16-11. And we're going to send it to another Porchfest info here. Once you got, as we said before, Porchfest is one of those well-known festivals in the Ithaca area where they open up their porches, Ithaca natives that is, to some musicians. So let's send it over to Cam Manna as he gives us a preview of what's to come again just later this month.
Residents of Ithaca will be back in the street dancing to their favorite local musicians in just under a week.
What I like about it is togetherness. It's like everybody is mixing and meshing and coming together as one, and they're just enjoying the message of music. And it seems like every single porch has a message. It's just not just music. It's like people are telling their stories. This is a moment to be vulnerable and just play what they love and what they love to do.
Catch Sing Shreese and dozens of other local musicians in Fall Creek next weekend. I'm Cam Anna. Back to you.
16-11 is your score as we are back here in Ben Light Gymnasium. Ithaca just 9 points away if they want to close this one out. A little bit more of a task if the Riverhawks want to come back.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there, Devin. However, I want to bring some spotlight to number 3, Jamie Koopman. She really hasn't done much in this particular third set, but still leads the team in kills by 7. Has 15 total on the day. Sabatier trying to catch up, has done incredible with that Slavin-Sabatier connection. And so we'll see if she can maybe catch up to that Koopman mark.
And Koopman's doubling her average in this game alone. That one just out as tries for the hit. Just a little bit too much. Now up by 6.
That one might have actually been in, Devin. I want to see this on the replay. She does do a great job hitting it over. It's hard to see on that angle, but when I saw it up here, she may have actually got it in.
Pardon me, that was Kowalski who tried for the hit on that last one. But once again, we missed it. Worrells with another kill for that Susquehanna offense, and she's been so dangerous tonight.
You have to keep your eye on her, Devin.
Now Sabatier just a little bit too much on that one. Maybe caught the top part of her hand, and the launch angle just wasn't there.
Sometimes like the ball, but you get when you see that ball come right to you, see Slavin set it up. It's a great idea, just not the best execution.
Koopman tries for the hit there. Now Worrells blocked from Raper. Worrells finally needed somebody to contest her on that lower left side, and she does so. As Graper gets up in the way, not going to let that pass.
Sabatier did a great job blocking that one.
And an ace there from Benedict. Make that her 17th on the year. Excuse me, that was Miller. My apologies, but here she goes again. Short left side, barely gets over the net, still in the air. It's going to be Worrells, and she gets that one. The Bombers defender's not close enough to the net to try and block it and get it back over, so good play there by the Riverhawks. 19-14 closing in here in the end of the third set.
We saw a very, very similar serve earlier from Wesley Slavin. However, this one just did not have the same output.
Miller trying to go for the diving save there. A great ace by the Bombers, by the Riverhawks and McCoy.
Delaney McCoy, I haven't really heard much of her name today. However, did have 14 assists in her game against SUNY Geneseo.
Great play by Slavin, just a one-handed tap over the net, and gets another point there. 20-15 is your score. Let's check back at that again. Just Slavin, the one-handed behind-the-back shot. Not too bad from her when she's known for her assists, right?
When I see Slavin play, it just feels like she has eyes in the back of her head. I said it on the last broadcast too with Jenna, but I just keep seeing it.
Dig from Royals, and here comes Robinson. Keeping it up in the air is Clem. And now Slavin with the pass to Klaus. Still in the air. Robinson hitting it up. That was Kowalski. Still going. The tap there from Koopman. A great rally here. Here's Royals. Still in the air, and a great block from the likes of Naomi Klaus as well as, I believe, Slavin.
Once again, seeing a lot of these long rallies for Ithaca. Going successful again. Great job there by Klaus getting that one.
Yeah. And we're going to send it to the sideline reporter here to give us more info on the game.
Thanks, guys. We're taking what is hopefully our final timeout of this set and the final timeout in between the Bombers and another win for this weekend. Here on the court, things are keeping up their energy pretty well. Our crowd is cheering on our Bomber ladies extremely well this game, keeping up the energy throughout this entire tournament to the final game this weekend. It looks like our Bombers are going to snag a win this time, but stay tuned for more updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
And welcome back. We are here. 21-15 is your score. We're ready to go.
4 points away from Ithaca taking this set and match, unless Susquehanna has something to say about it. You can never be too sure with these games, as we saw earlier when SUNY Geneseo took a give-me from Ithaca. I thought Ithaca was going to get the clean sweep, but obviously that proves otherwise. They had to win that one 3-2, went all the way to Game 5.
So now we have Clem on the serve here from the far side. Just 4 more points for Ithaca to close out the Bomber Invitational with a win and end the Bomber Invitational with a 2-1 record, advancing potentially to 7-3. Here's the serve there from Clem, going the other way. And a block again from that Bombers defense. It was Kendall Mason trying for it there.
Yeah, and Mason just really couldn't get a hold of this one. Looks like she came into the picture a little too late.
Here we go again. That one too far. So 22 is all they'll get in this offensive stretch. Send it back to the service line of the Riverhawks.
Clem kind of reminds me of that Kyle Schwarber kind of server. It's either when she does serve, it becomes great things, and when she's off, it's like, ugh.
I can feel that a little bit. Definitely not a Luis Alvarez, or Luis Arias, excuse me. And there it is again. Koopman finding her rhythm late in this third set. We haven't seen her, like you said, much since the second, but she gets it there.
Yeah, I got to agree there, Devin. Coming back once again, obviously you know who the pass is from. It's from Slavin, going right to Koopman, right over the defense. Just see her extend there, right over. No question about it.
Here we go for the Bombers.
Seeing a lot of new personnel now on the court.
Absolutely, Prince is out there, including a couple other new faces. That one a good shot by the Riverhawks, so they'll keep it there. Willow checking in for the Riverhawks, and as well as Costa for the Bombers. But mostly regular faces there on the hardwood. Dig there by Miller. Set. Prince with the kill. Her first opportunity of the night gets it to go, and Ithaca only 1 more point from victory.
And Prince pegging back right where she left off a few hours ago. Quickly gets it to Prince and gets it down. Slavin knows exactly where Prince wants it. She gets up there fast and wants to just go down even quicker. And Slavin does a great job recognizing that. 1 point left.
Slavin with the serve on the brink of victory. Keeping it up is McCoy. Kowalski with the tap. Diving forward is Costa. Slavin going. Now Klaus, a big hit there. Dunk by Klaus, and that is it. The Bombers win in 3 straight sets. Call it 25-18, 25-19, and 25-17. A great overall game by the Bombers, and a success on the weekend, finishing 2-1 with wins over SUNY Geneseo and the Riverhawks of Susquehanna.
This has been the best that the Bombers have looked all weekend. I feel like they were just getting on top of every cylinder. We were talking about in the pregame a little bit about how the Bombers, every time they get in that late rally, they just can't capitalize. We saw it a few times today. They looked pretty 50-50 on those late rallies with Susquehanna, and they were able to pick that up. The rest of the game just came together. Obviously, Slavin did a part. Koopman stepped up big in this one. Had over 15 kills, I'm pretty sure. And it was just an all-around incredible performance by the Bombers.
We want to thank you all for listening to our part so far. I'm Devin Jarvis.
I'm Alec Brown.
And we were great to have you. Let's send it back down to the sideline to wrap this up. Excuse me. That will be all for us this weekend. We are not going to have the sideline, but it was a fun one. Thank you all for listening to the Bomber Invitational right here on the Park School YouTube channel. We hope you all have a great rest of your Saturday night.
Have a good night, folks.